Bismillah and Assalamualaikum to Dr. Abdul Malik Abdul Wahab as our lecturer. Our group consists of 3 members. I am SAIFUL FAZLI bin JAMALLUDIN, Shahriman bin Ibrahim and NURUL binti Muhammad RUZAMI. We would like to present our project, which is Mass Animal Food Feeder. Our project vision is to save stray animals' life by recycling used face masks. Mass Animal Food Feeder is a product that can vending foods for stray animals by recycling the used face mask. Okay, let's take a look at the background of the project. This is why we came out with this animal food feeders idea. Due to the pandemic faced by our country nowadays, everyone need to wear the face mask. But there are some irresponsible people throw their face mask carelessly at the side of the road or park, which can harm the environment and health. Next, there are also a lot of stray animals wandering around looking for food. So, this project can help to keep the environment clean and give the stray animal food.
Hi, my name is Ain. I will proceed with the problem statement. As for the first problem is there is no right platform for community to throw up their used face masks. Therefore, some irresponsible people will tend to throw them carelessly at the side road, which can affect our health and environment, especially on this ongoing pandemic. Next, as we can see, there are many starving stray animals as nowadays people were advised to stay at home and many restaurants were closed, so they have no source of food and got no one to depend on. Therefore, community need to take action as a sense of humanity. At the same time, there will be food wasted when the people left the food just like that and will make the area dirty and mess. So it is not suitable and unsystematic method to be applied on.
What is the objective of this project? Let's take a look at it. First, the objective of this project is to provide a machine that can recycle and handle used face masks properly. Next, to create an automatic machine that can feed stray animals after inserting the mask by using the system of developed microcontroller. Lastly, allows anyone to use the machine as it is simple system.
Now, we will proceed with the methodology of our project. First thing first, we made a research about the component that will be used in our project in terms of its function and method. Next, we analyze the best control method of project. It is either using the available software, internet, or automatically functioning. By using the circuits and components involved in our project, we design the hardware of our plant system by testing it using the online software, which can avoid mistakes and save fabricating time. It is done before applying it on our prototype. Then, result from the simulation collected and to make any improvement on having a better system. And lastly, the prototype design and fabricate using the Arduino and sensor to perform automatically. The selection of materials for our project were done wisely, which the materials are Arduino Uno R3 board, breadboard, servo motor, ultrasonic sensor, photoresistor, LED, resistor, and lastly buzzer. Next, we move to the steps on creating the circuits by dragging an Arduino Uno R3 board and a breadboard. After that, other components were added and arranged properly in the circuit, which they are ultrasonic sensor, piezo buzzer, servo motor, photoresistor, transistor, and LED. We use fire resistor with the value that set to 220 ohms, which make the elements active and terminate the transmission line among the users. After settled for setup the components, all of them will be connected to the Arduino Uno board using the jumper wire by clicking them to create an endpoint.
The circuit show on how to connect all the components to the Arduino using a breadboard. The component needed for the project are Arduino Uno R3 board, a breadboard, servo motor, ultrasonic sensor, photoresistor, light emitting diode, LED, piezo buzzer, resistor, and jumper wires. Next, setting up the circuit to I/O pins connection. Let's take a look at one by one of the components. Ultrasonic sensor has 4 pins: VCC, trigger, echo and ground. For piezo buzzer, photoresistor and light emitting diode LED, they only has 2 pins, positive and negative. For servo motor, they have 3 pins, and the pins based on the color: brown, orange, yellow. And lastly, light emitting diode RGB. For RGB, they have 4 pins: red, green, blue and negative. So for ultrasonic sensor, it connected to IO pins 5V, PD4, PD5 and GND. PD is a pin digital and GND refers to ground. For piezo buzzer, it connect to PD8 and GND. For servo motor, brown color connect to GND, orange color connect to pin 5V and yellow color connect to PD3. For the photoresistor, it connected to PA0 and 5V. What is PA? PA is pin analog. For LED, it connected to PD12 and 5V pin. Lastly, for the RGB, red color connected to PD11, green color connected to PD10, blue color connected to PD9 and negative connected to GND.
Hi, my name is Shahriman and Ibrahim. So I will continue this presentation. As we can see on this slide, I will explain more about the design requirement for our project. The first one, our project can really save the time, but the user only just need to insert mask that has been used into the machine without any specific procedures. It is easy, even a children underage also can do. Next, this machine is functioned automatically, which is the food produced depends on quantity of mass that inserted into the machine. Lastly, this design can save environment. It can be explained by the mass that been collected will be recycled or processed correctly.
Next, this is the setup of our prototype that has included in our design circuit, as here is the loop for the food storage holder, the circuit of Arduino, then the inlet of used face mask, next the storage of food, and lastly the view of where the food will be dispensed. This is how our system will be functioned on the prototype. The complete circuit will be connected and placed on it. Firstly, mask will get inserted into the hole and the green light LED will turn on, which stating the food is dispensing into the bowl. Then, when the food has reached the required quantity, the red light LED will turn on and stop dispensing. Meanwhile, the white light LED will turn on at night, as the light intensity decreasing, which can help our machine to keep people notice it at night.
As we can see on the screen, this is the coding for our product. We have arranged all this coding based on the function of each command. We trifigured each of the coding based on the function of the product. We decided to make based on 3 functions, which are the white LED for day and night lamp, motor servo for transfer up the animal food, and lastly the light LED that turns from red to green.
So next, I will explain on the coding. So for the servo, as we know, there are 2 pins which are trigger pin and echo pin. Both of these pin has different function. So we set up trigger pin at terminal 4 and echo pin at terminal 5. Then we declared a few functions that will be looped whenever it's been called, which are display data, light sense, open close lid and music. We also set up the servo as continuous rotation. The servo speed is set up with 0 being full speed in one direction, 100 active being full speed in the other, at a value near 90 being no movement. After that, we then set up the input and output for this product. We set echo pin and A0 as input, while trigger pin, white LED, green LED and red LED as the output. some of the function is set to low first to clear the triggered pin, then delete it for 2 milliseconds. Then we set up to high to activate the ultrasonic sensor for 10 milliseconds, and after that it will be back to low again. So this command will be repeated. We also set up to 1000 milliseconds to return back all the components to its first condition. For night TLM, first we set up photosensor at terminal A0. Then we make a statement which is whenever the intensity of light is lower than 590, then the white LED will light up. And if the light intensity higher than 590, it will vice versa. After we done doing all the coding, then we try to check using Arduino software whether the code is right and suitable for the product or not. We try many times, but lastly, Alhamdulillah, we got a good result for the coding. We proceed to upload the coding into Arduino Uno R3 and start to set up the component that involved with our product. Last but not least, I will expand on the conclusion for this project. In other perspective is to summarize final thought and main point of the project. The main goal for our project is to keep a clean environment and care about the street animals such as cat and dog. They suffered a lot, especially during this pandemic, and mostly are starving today. So as conclusion, our product helped to solve these problems of starving animals and clean the environment. The system that been used for this project is by using Tinkercad to stimulate the action and the output. That's all from us. Thank you very much. Please enjoy watching our video. Safe environment, safe life.